New Zealand Stitch Bird. Today I get to show you some of my makes that I was showing you from last week. So I have managed to make all three, so I'm really wrapped because it's been really hot again. I keep talking about this, but we've started to have some fires in the area, which is a bit of a concern. This sort of happens when it's so dry and around 32-ish degrees. So my thoughts go out to those people that have been affected. Anyway, getting back to what I've made. The first thing I talked about last week was the Uri top by Joanna Morris, who's a Wellington designer, and that was from the Toko magazine. Again, I don't know how that's pronounced, but I put a pic up here of it, and I also put some pictures of me wearing it. I was really pleased the way it turned out. However, I think I would do the colourway a little bit different. Not sure whether the black and white was really my cup of tea, but I will wear it and then probably gift it to somebody. But I would be quite keen to make it again, perhaps just in two solid colours, just so you can really see the waves and the design. Anyway, here is it finished, and as I said, I will put a pic up in the top. So we have this really unique geometric kind of thing happening. So this frill here matches up with that front change. And like I said, I was really pleased with the way it turned out and the fit. But I would just change the colours next time. I think I just put 4 buttons down the front instead of the 5. It's just the fact that I had these gorgeous wee shell buttons on hand. I could wear it undone and wear it like a little camisole underneath, and I think it works really well paired with maybe just a pair of jeans or a denim skirt, just something really simple. But I have put lots of different pics up there wearing it different ways, one with a white skirt and some red accessories with my black skirt, and I think I did one with my denim skirt. But anyway, I've got quite a few that will be rolling in the background here so you can see what it looks like. I think the linen weight was really good, and I really like the grind-on sort of sleeve. That works really well. I think the check sort of took away a little bit of the design, so I'll put you a pic that I found online of one that was done in a solid two-tone, and I think that works really well. So I'm quite keen to do that again. And even they've got a long sleeve version, so it's just basically a sleeve piece attached to this, and I think that could be quite a cool, fun layer for going into autumn or even winter. And then they've got a full-length jacket as well, and they've just done it in a plain colour, and I think it sort of loses a bit of the uniqueness around these curves. But yeah, it was a fun project to do, and I really enjoyed doing it. So that was the Uri top, and I've been on to Forgetmenot patterns because she has her own pattern site, and I've downloaded a free pattern. I can't tell you what it's called, but I'll put the link up there. And there's also a skirt pattern available on Peppermint magazine that she's designed as well, which is a really nice simple skirt. It's got elastic in it, so I'll put a pic of that up there as well. So there are another 2 projects. Now I've experienced her patterns, I'd like to give them a go. Anyway, so that's that one. The next one, I did wonder at the time whether it was going to be a love or hate, and I'm kind of in the middle. This is my full shorts, Love Notions, the Tinley full short, and I should have done it in the smaller size, and you probably were thinking that when I did it, but I just didn't want them really tight fitting. But I think there was actually plenty of fabric to make the smaller size, and it was just dependent on how much elastic you put in the back. So if I made these again, I'm actually thinking about just doing the straight skirt view. I'd probably drop a size actually. And I've got some pics up here, me wearing them just with a plain top because the shorts are quite busy, and a couple of different colorways. The material itself is fantastic. It really is nice and floaty, and it goes with a lot of colors that I have in my wardrobe. So I'm thinking that I have worn them already a couple of times, especially on these 30-degree+ days, because they're just so nice and floaty. I think just a really plain down paired top and some nice jewellery and handbag is all you need with this type of thing. So, yep, reasonably happy, but just not sure whether they do a lot for my figure, being quite full. So, yeah, I'll try the straight skirt and see what that turns out like. And but I like the idea of the flat waistband at the front. This sort of eliminates any fullness at the front, because that's where I sort of have most of my weight, is at my front. So I really liked that idea. And they do it a little bit differently to the Allegro pants, where you stitch the elastic right through. They make 3 tunnels here for the elastic. I'll have to have another read of the pattern, but I couldn't find anywhere in the pattern how long I was meant to cut this elastic. I may not have read the pattern very well, so I'm going to have another wee look at that, because I did thread it up with some elastic and it was a little bit on the tight side. So I sort of got a pair of pants that fitted me well and sort of kind of measured that against the front and the back before I sort of cut my elastic. So that was just a wee thing that I did, but maybe I need to read the pattern a bit better and just double check that the measurements for the elastic weren't in there. So that was my Tinley shorts, and I've put various different tops and things to show you what they look like. And I think with a little blazer, when it gets a little bit cooler, I can just pretend that it's a skirt, and I think that will give me a bit more shape. So that was those. And the next one, I have to say, I'm absolutely wrapped with it. I did a wee alteration to the Peppermint magazine jumpsuit. I made a size G. I'd made it before without sleeves. This version I was adding little side pockets, and I sort of just held the pattern piece up against myself and sort of just put my hands where I would normally have my pockets, and then marked that on the pattern. And as I said in my last video when I was talking about these sewing makes, I sort of searched on the internet, just typed in Google PDF pocket piece, and one popped up, and it's just that little inseam pocket. I've got it up here. I've actually put it up on my notice board just to keep it handy. So even if you purchase a dress or a skirt, it's quite good. You can sort of add in pockets and things if you've got some sort of lightweight cotton lying around. I really like having pockets. Sometimes you're just sort of going out somewhere, and I like to have a tissue or a lippy, or even for keys or whatever. So it's really handy to have pockets and things. So you can do that. You can open up the side seam. I'll just put that there. You can open up the side seam and just pop them in. If you could just choose to have one, I chose to have 2, and they're fantastic. So anyway, the finished jumpsuit, I added, if you recall, the Flutter sleeve from, now which pattern was that? It was from the Love Notions. I thought I'd written it down. Anyway, I put it up here. I'll think of it in a minute. My mind's gone a bit of a blank at the moment. Anyway, this is a finished jumpsuit with the fluttery sleeve. I put a pic of me wearing it. I've worn it a few different ways. I made a self belt which actually comes with the pattern, and the great thing about having, especially for my shape, a detachable belt is you can position the belt where you want it to go. So I like mine a bit higher. This is my smallest area across just under my bust, so that's where I like to put my belts. But if you want to put it lower hung, you can. So I'm really pleased it has an invisible zipper at the back, and I've got my inseam pockets just in here. So there's a wee, we'll pull them out so you can see them. So that's the wee pocket piece, and I did one on each side. I have to shorten this pattern quite a bit. I am reasonably tall. I'm 5'7", but I find them quite long. I think it's because it's more of a summery jumpsuit. I like to show off a little bit of my sandals, so I probably shorten them by about 2 inches. So just bear that in mind when you're cutting them out. And then I double folded it over probably, I don't know, 3/4 of an inch, and did the seam around the bottom. I think that's about all I changed, and if you have a look at my previous video, I talk about how I changed the arm sink and put the two sleeve arm sinks together, and it actually worked out perfectly. The only difference with construction is I didn't do the burrito method around the armhole. I just put all the facing pieces and the sleeve pieces together in a machine and overlocked it. And I decided, just for a bit of a change, I found in my stash a belt that I'd made for a jacket, and it's this gorgeous two-sided belt. One has sort of got like a sateen, sort of a khaki colour, and the other side is just a sort of a browny tan colour. And the belt's a wee bit shorter, it's not quite as long as the Peppermint magazine one. This one is about 180, probably 2 meters long, whereas the Peppermint magazine one, just grab it off the floor, is super, super long. So this one here I had in my stash, like I say, so I've got a pic of me wearing the jumpsuit with this wrapped around, and because the jumpsuit has both of these colours in, so we've got, let me just hold it up here. So we've got the two colours, we've got that sort of tanny colour there, and then we've got the greens. I could wear it around either way. So this is just a wee trick. If you haven't got a belt in your stash that will go with your outfit, and you haven't got enough material to make a self belt, you can find some leftover pieces that you've got from other projects. This one's quite cool. It's got a little diagonal cut on it, and it's been double stitched all the way around. And I think this length actually in some ways looks a little bit better, so I've put a pic up there of me wearing it with this belt, and I think it looks really cute. So I'm really looking forward to wearing this jumpsuit. This one's probably more on the dressy side, but I could dress it down with sort of some jandals, which I've put a pic of me wearing some more jandally shoes, or I can dress it up wearing more dressy shoes and a handbag. It's going to be a great piece, and I think it will take me through to autumn as well, because I can layer it with a wee jacket, plain navy jacket, or I do have like an off-white colour jacket which will look really cute with it. So I reckon give things a go. If you really don't like no sleeves, like I prefer to have a sleeve, have a look at the armhole seam and see if you can actually add a sleeve from one of your other patterns that you already have. And I think the wee floaty sleeve on here just makes it look quite sort of cute. Flutter sleeve it's called. And again, I'll put the Love Notions pattern that I got that sleeve from. I just really can't think for me at the moment what the name of that pattern was. So that's been my sewing week, and I have been working on some other projects which I will have coming up soon in the next couple of weeks. Next week I have a bit of a decision to make, so I'm going to be showing you a video about a sort of topper piece that I want to make, and I quite like some feedback from you guys to give me a bit of a heads up on what you think might look the best. So I've got some ideas around patterns and that kind of thing, so it will be great for you to tune in with that one. So that's all I've got today. I hope you've enjoyed seeing my makes. Please subscribe, and look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks.